surfeit on would relieve us if they would but yield us the superfluity. While it were wholesome, we might guess they relieved us humanely, but they think we are too dear. Our sufferance is a gain to them. But let us revenge this with our pipes ere we become red. No, I speak this in hunger for bread, not thirst for revenge.
Would you proceed, especially against Caius Marcius?
Against him first.
Consider you what services he has done for his country.
Very well, and could be content to give him good report for it, but that he pays himself with being proud.
Nay, but speak not maliciously.
I say unto you, what he had done famously, he did it to that end. Though soft-conscious men might be content to say it was for his country, he did it to please his mother.
What he cannot help in his nature, you account vice. You must know I say that he is covetous.
He hath faults in surplus to tire in repetition. Why stay we prating here? To the capital! Who comes here?
Worthy Menenius one who has always loved the people.
He's one honest enough, but all the rest were so.
What works, my countrymen, in hand? Where go you with bats and gloves? The matter, speak, I pray.
Our business is not unknown to the Senate. They have had inkling this fortnight what we intend to do, which now will show them in deeds. They say poor suitors have strong breaths. They shall know we have strong arms, too.
My masters, my good friends, my honest neighbors, will you undo yourselves?
You cannot, sir. We are undone already.
I tell you, friends, most charitable care have the patricians of you. For your wants, your sufferings in this dearth, you may as well strike at the heaven with your staves as lift them against the Roman state. For the dearth, the gods, not the patricians make it, and your knees to them, not arms, must help. Alack, you are transported by calamity thither where more attend you, and you malign and slander the helms of the state who care for you like fathers.
Care for us? True indeed. They never cared for us yet. Suffer us to famish and their storehouses crammed with grain. Repeal daily any wholesome act established against the rich and provide more piercing statutes daily to chain up and restrain the poor. If the wars eat us not up, they will. That's all the love they bear us.
Either you must confess yourselves wondrous malicious or be accused of folly. I shall tell you a pretty tale. It may be that you have heard it before, but since it serves my purpose, I will venture to stay with you a little more.
Okay, we'll hear it, sir. Yet think not to fob off our disgrace with a tale. But, can it please you, deliver.
There was a time when all the body's members rebelled against the belly, thus accused it, that only like a gulf it did remain in the midst of the body, idle and unactive, still comforting the viand, never bearing like labor with the rest, where the other instruments did see and hear, devise, instruct, walk, feel, and mutually participate, did minister unto the appetite and affection common of the whole body. The belly answered.
Well, sir, what answer made your belly?
Sir, I will tell you. It tauntingly replied to the discontented members, the mutinous parts that envied his receipt. Even so most fitly as you malign our senators, for that they are not such as you.
Your belly's answer, what? The kingly crowned head? The vigilant eye, the counselor heart, the arm, our soldier, our steed, the leg, the tongue, our trumpeter. What with other muniments and heavy helps in this our fabric, if that they,
Well, what then? For me, this fellow speaks.
What if they should by the cormorant belly be restrained, who is the sink of the body?
Well, what then?
The former agents, if they should so complain, what could the belly answer?
I will tell you. If you will bestow a small of what you have little, patience a while, you'll hear the belly's answer.
Your long belly.
Note me this, good friend. Your most brave belly was deliberate, not rash like his accusers, and thus answered. True is it, my incorporate friends, quote, that I receive the general food at first which you do live upon, and thick it is, because I am the storehouse and the shop of the whole body. But if you do remember, I send it through the rivers of your blood, even to the core, the heart, to the seat of the brain, the strongest nerve and small inferior veins from me receive that natural competency whereby they live. This, says the belly, mark me.
Aye, sir, well.
Though all at once cannot see what I do deliver out to each, yet I can make my audit up, that all from me do back receive the flower of all, and leave me but the brand. Well, what say you to it?
It was an answer. I'll apply you this.
The senators of Rome are this good belly, and you the mutinous members. For examine their counsels and their cares, digest things rightly touching the weal of the common, and you shall find that no public benefit which you receive, but it proceeds or comes from them to you, and no way from yourselves. Well, what do you think, you the great toe of this rebellion?
The great toe. Why the great toe?
For that being one of the lowest, basest, poorest of this most wise rebellion, thou knowest foremost. Ah, the noble Marcius!
Marcius, thanks. What's the matter, licentious rogues? And scratching the poor itch of your opinion, make yourself scarce.
We have ever your good word.
He that will give good words to thee will flatter beneath abhorring. What would you have, you curs, that like nor peace nor war? The one frights you, the other makes you proud. He that trusts to you, where she finds you lions, finds you hares. Where foxes, geese, you are no surer known than is the coal of fire on the ice, or hailstone in the sun. Hang ye, trust ye. With every minute, you do change a mind, and call him noble, that's now your hate. Him vile, that was your garland. What's the matter? That in these several places of the city, you cry against the noble senate. Who under the gods keep you in awe, which else would feed on one another? What's their secret?
Corn at their own rates, whereof they say the sea is well stored.
Hang on! They say there's grain enough. Would the nobility lay aside their pity and let me use my sword? I'll make a quarry with thousands of these quartered slaves, as high as I can pick my lance.
Nay, these are almost thoroughly persuaded. For though abundantly they lack discretion, yet they are passing cowardly. But I beseech you, what says the other troop?
They are resolved. They said they were and hungry. Cite forth proverbs that hunger broke stone walls, that dogs must eat, that meat was made for mouths, that the gods sent not corn for the rich men only. With these shreds they vented their complaints, which being answered, and a petition granted them, they threw their caps as they would hang them on the horns of the moon.
What is granted?
5 tribunes to defend their vulgar wisdoms of their own choice. One's Junius Brutus, Sicinius Volutus, I don't know. It's death. The rabble should have first unroofed the city, or so prevailed in me.
This is strange.
Go! Get you home, you fragments!
Where's Caius Marcius?
Here, what's the matter?
The news is, sir, the Volscians are in arms.
Well, I'm glad on it. And we shall have means to bend our musky superfluity.
Marcius!
See our best orders.
Marcius!
The Volscians are in arms.
They have a leader, Tullus Phidias.
that'll put you to it. I sin in envying his nobility, and were I anything but what I am, I would wish me only he.
You have fought together.
Were half to hack the world by his ears, and he upon my party, I'd revolt, to make only my wars with him. He is a lion that I am proud to hunt.
Then, worthy Marcius, attend upon Menenius to these wars.
It is your former promise.
Sir, it is, and I am constant. Titus Lartius! Thou shalt see me once more strike Attulus's face. What? Art thou stiff? Oh, stands out?
No, Caius Marcius. I'll lean on one cane and fight with t'other as staying on this business.
Oh, true friends.
Your company to the capital, where I know our greatest friends will attend upon us.
Lead you on.
And steer home, be gone.
Nay. The Volscians have much corn. Take these rats thither to gnaw their garners. Worshipful mutiners, your valor puts well forth. Pray, follow.
Was ever man so proud as is this Marcius?
He has no equal.
We're mere chosen tribunes from the people.
Much to his lip and eyes.
Nay, but his taunts.
Oh, the present wants to devour him. He has grown too proud to be so valiant.
But I do wonder his insolence can brook to be commanded under Menenius.
Fame at which he aims and whom already he is well graced, cannot better be held, no more attained than by a spot below the first. For whatever miscarries will be the general's fault, though he performed to the utmost of a man. And then, giddy sensual, cry out at Marcius, oh, if he had borne the business.
Besides, if things go well, opinion that so sticks on Marcius will of his merit rob Menenius.
Come. Half all Comenius' honors shout to Marcius, though Marcius earned them not. And all his faults to Marcius will be honors, though indeed in aught he merit not.
Let's hence, and hear how this dispatch is made, and in what fashion other than his singularity he goes upon this present action.
So your opinion is, Aufidius, that they of Rome are entered in our councils and know how we proceed?
Is it not yours? 'Tis not yet 4 days gone since I heard thence. These are the words. I think I have the letter here. Yes, here it is. They have pressed a power, but it is not known whether for east or west. The dearth is great, the people mutinous, and it is rumored, Menenius, Marcius, your old enemy, and Titus Lartius lead on in this preparation. Whether 'tis bent, most likely 'tis for you. Consider it.
Our armies in the field. We never yet made doubt that Rome was ready to answer us.
Nor did you think it folly to keep your great pretenses veiled, till when they needs must show themselves, which in the hatching, it seemed, appeared to Rome. And by the discovery we shall be shortened in our aim, which was to take in many towns ere almost Rome should know we were afoot.
Let us alone to guard Corioli. If they send down force, remove, bring your army. But I think you'll find they've not prepared for us.
Oh, doubt not that. I speak from certainty. Nay, more. Some parcels of their power are forth already. If we and Caius Marcius chance to meet, 'tis sworn between us we shall never strike, till one can do no more.
The gods assist you.
Farewell.
Daughter, sing or express yourself in a more comfortable sort. If my son were my husband, I should freely rejoice in that absence wherein he won honor, and in the embracements of his bed where he would show most love. I tell thee, daughter, I sprang not more in joy at first hearing he was a man-child than now at first seeing he had proved himself a man.
But had he died in the business, madam, how then?
Then his good report should have been my son. Had I a dozen sons, I had rather had 11 die nobly for their country than one voluptuously surfeit out of action.
Beseech you give me leave to retire myself.
Indeed, you shall not. Methinks I hear hither your husband's drum. See him pluck Ophidius down by the hair. Methinks I see him stamp thus and call thus, "Come on, you cowards!" His bloody brow.
His bloody brow, oh, you in no blood. Heavens bless my lord from fell Ophidius.
He'll beat Ophidius' head below his knee and tread upon his neck.
Menenius, folks.
Oh,
Good day to you.
I'm glad to see your ladyship.
Oh, how do you go? How does your little son?
I thank your ladyship. Well, good madam.
He had rather see a sword and hear the drums than look upon his schoolmaster.
Oh, my word, the father's son. Oh, my troth has such a confirmed countenance. I saw him run after a gilded butterfly, and when he caught it, he let it go again, and after it again, and over he goes, catch it again. Whether the fall enraged him or how 'twas, he did so set his teeth and tear at it. Oh, my word, how he mellowed it.
One of his father's moves.
Indeed, lad, 'tis a noble child.
Brack.
I must have you play the idle housewife with me this afternoon.
No, good madam, I will not out of doors.
Not out of doors.
She shall.
Indeed, no, by your patience. I will not over the threshold till my lord return from the wars.
Oh, you would be another Penelope. Yet they say all the oranges Menenius' absence did but fill Ithaca full of moths. Come, you shall go with us.
Indeed, no, madam, pardon me. Indeed, I must not.
In truth, the law, go with me, and I will tell you excellent news.
Oh, good madam, there can be none yet.
Oh, verily, I do not jest. There came news from him last night. I heard a senator speak it.
Indeed, madam?
Thus it is. The Volscians had an army set forth, against whom our general Menenius has gone with one part of our Roman power. Your lord and Titus Lartius are set down before their city Corioli. They nothing doubt prevailing, and to make it brief wars. This is true, on mine honor, and so I pray, go with us.
Give me excuse, madam. I will obey you in everything
Oh,
hereafter.
better, young lady. As she is now, she will put disease our better mirth.
In troth, I think she would. Very well, then. Come, good speaking. Prithee, Virgilia, turn thy solemnness out of doors and come along with us.
No, at a word, madam. Indeed, I must not. I wish you much mirth.
Well, then, farewell.
Yonder comes Zeus. A wager there, man.
Your horse to mine, no?
'Tis done.
Agreed.
Say, is our general with the army?
They lie and do, but have not spoke as yet.
Ah, so the good horse is mine.
I'll buy him of you.
No, I'll nor sell nor give him to you. Lend you him I will for 100 years. Go, summon the town.
How far off lie these armies?
Within this mile and a half.
Ah, then shall we hear their alarm and they ours. Come, blow that glass. Paulus Ophidius! Is he within your walls?
No, nor man that fears you less than he. That's lesser than a little. Hark! Our drums are bringing forth our youth. We'll break our walls rather than they shall pound us up. Our gates which yet seem shut we have but pinned with rushes, they'll open of themselves. Hark you far off, there is Ophidius. Listen what work he makes amongst your cloven army.
Oh, they're at it!
Their noise be our instruction. Go!
Too many of them!
But issue forth their city. Now, put your shields before your hearts and fight! If the retires, I'll take him for a Volscian. He shall feel my edge. Go! Go! The contagion of the South light on you! You shades of Rome! You hurt boils and plagues blasting you over, you souls of thieves that bear the shapes of men! How did you run from slaves that apes would be? Hark! What noise the general makes! To him! There's the man of my soul's hate, Phineas, piercing our Romans. Valiant Titus, take convenient numbers to make good the city, whilst I, with those that have the spirit, haste to help Menenius.
Where the sir, please! Thy previous exercise has been too violent for a second course of the fight.
Sir, praise me not. The work hath yet not warmed me. To Phineas thus I will appear and fight.
Go! Sound my trumpet to the marketplace! Call thither the officers of the town that they may know our mind! Away!
Greet you, my friends! Well fought! We are come off like Romans, neither foolish in our stands, nor cowardly in retire. By news, the citizens of Corioli have issued, and given to Lysias and to Marcius battle. I saw our party to their trenches driven, and then I came away. How long is since?
Above an hour, my lord.
'Tis not a mile. Briefly we heard their droves. How couldst thou in a mile confounded hour and bring thy news so late?
Spies of the Volscians held me in chase, and I was forced to wheel 3 or 4 miles about. Else had I, sir, half an hour since brought my report.
Whose yonder disappears, he will flee. God's hands will stand with Marcius.
Am I too late?
Aye, you come not in the blood of others, but man's within your own. How goes it with Typhlotus?
So the man missing about decrees, condemning some to death, some to exile, ransoming him or pitying, threatening the other, holding Corioli in the name of Rome.
Where is that slave who told me they had beat you to your drenches? Where is he?
Let him alone! He did inform the truth. But for our gentlemen, the common file, plague, tribunes for them, the mouse ne'er shunned the cat, as they did budge from rascals worse than they.
But how prevailed you?
Will the time serve to tell? I do not think. But where is the enemy? Are you lords of the field? If not, why quickly you ourselves?
If we had a disadvantage fought and did retire to win our purpose.
How lies their battle? Know you on which side they place their men of trust?
As I guess, Marcius, their band of the vanguards are the Antiates of their best trust, or the Mophidius, their very heart of hope.
I beseech you, sir, set me against Ophidius and his Antiates.
Take your choice of foes that can best aid your action.
Those are they that most are willing. If any such be here, as it were sin to doubt. And lo, this painting, wherein you see me smeared. If any fear lesser his person than an ill report. If any think great death outweighs bad life, and that his country's dearer than himself, let him alone. Or, so many, so mighty, wait thus to express his disposition and follow Marcius! 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 Me alone. He was sort of me. If these shows be not outward, which of you but is for Volscians? None of you but is able to bear against the great Phineas a shield as hard as his. A certain number, though thanks to all, must I select from all. The rest shall bear the business in some other fight as cause will be obeyed. Please you to march, and I shall quickly draw out from my command which men are best inclined.
Volscians!
I'll fight with none of thee. We came alive. The first butcher died the other slave. grieves me. I have done as you have done. That's what I can. Induced as you have. As for my country,
You shall not be the grave of your deserving, or a concealment worse than a theft to hide your duties. Therefore, I beseech you, in sign of what you are, not to reward what you have done. Before our honor here,
I have some wounds upon me. They smart to hear themselves remembered.
should they not, well, they might fester against ingratitude and tempt themselves with death. Of all the horses whereof we obtain good and good store, of all the treasure in this field achieved in city, we render you the 10th, to be ta'en forth before the common distribution, at your only choice.
I thank you, General. Cannot make my heart consent to take a bribe to pay my sword. I do refuse it, and stand upon my common part with those that have beheld the doing.
Marcius! 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 Marcius!
No more, I say! For that I have not washed my nose that bled or foiled some vile wretch, which without note as many else have done. You shout me forth in acclamations hyperbolical, as if I loved my little, should be dieted in praises sauced with lies.
Too modest are you. More cruel to your good report than grateful to us that give you truly. Therefore be it known, as to us, to all the world, that Caius Marcius wears this war's garland. And from this time, for what he did before Corioli, called him with all the applause and clamor of the host, Caius Marcius Coriolanus. Bear the addition nobly, ever. Caius Marcius Coriolanus!
I shall go wash, and when my face is fair, you shall perceive whether I blush or no. Howbeit, I thank you.
So to our tent, where'er we do repose us, we will write to Rome of our success! Yes! You, Titus Lartius, must to Corioli back. Send us to Rome the best with whom we may articulate for their own good and ours. Aye, my lord.
The gods begin to mock me. I that now refused most princely gifts, am bound to beg of my Lord General.
Take it. 'Tis yours. What is't?
I sometime lay here in Corioli at a poor man's house. He used me kindly. He cried to me, I saw him prisoner. But then Ophidius was within my view, and wrath overwhelmed my pity. I do request, you give my poor host freedom.
Were he the butcher of my own son, he should be as free as is the wind. Marcius his name.
By Jupiter, forgot. I am weary, yea. My memory is tired. Have we no wine here? Come.
Go we to our tent. The blood on your visage dries, 'tis time it should be looked to. Come.
The town is naked.
To be delivered of your condition.
Condition? What good condition? Treaty fine, confidence and mercy. No! 5 times, Marcius, I have fought with thee. So often hast thou beaten me. If e'er again I meet him beard to beard, he is mine, or I am his.
He is the devil.
Balder, though not so subtle, my vow is poisoned with only suffering stained by him. Where I find him, were it at home, upon my brother's guard, even there, against a hospitable cannon, would I wash my fierce hand in his heart. Go you to the city. Learn how 'tis held, and what they are that must be hostages for Rome. And I love them. I am intended at the cypress grove. Bring me word how the world goes, that to the pace of it I may spur on my journey. I love them. The augur tells me we shall have news tonight.
Good or bad?
Not according to the prayers of the people, for they love not Marcius.
Nature teaches beasts to know their friends.
Pray you, who does the wolf love?
The lamb.
Aye, to devour him, as the hungry plebeians would the noble Marcius. Tell me one thing. In what enormity is Marcius poor in that you two have not in abundance?
He's poor in no one fault, but stored with all.
Especially in pride.
In topping all with boasting.
Oh, you blame Marcius for being proud.
We do it not alone, sir.
Oh, you talk of pride. Oh, that you could turn your eyes toward the napes of your necks and make but an interior survey of your good selves.
What then, sir?
Why, then, you should discover a brace of unmeriting, proud, violent, testy magistrates, alias fools, as any in Rome.
Menenius, you are known well enough, too.
I am known to be a humorous patrician and one that loves a cup of hot wine with not a drop of a lame tiger in it. Said to be something imperfect, favoring the first complaint, hasty and kindle-like at too trivial emotion. What I think I utter and spend my malice in my breath. I can't say your worships have delivered the matter well when I find the ass in compound with the major part of your syllables. And though I must bear with those that say you are reverend, grave men, yet they lie deadly that tell you you have good faces. If you can see this in the map of my microcosm, follows it that I am known well enough to...
Come, sir, come. We know you well enough.
You know neither me, yourselves, nor anything. You are ambitious for poor names, caps, and letters. When you are hearing a matter between party and party, if you should chance to be pinched with the colic, you make faces, and in roaring for a chamber pot, dismiss the controversy the more entangled by your hearing. All the peace you make in their cause is calling both the parties names.
Come. You are well understood to be a perfecter jiver at the table than a necessary bencher in the capital.
Our very priests must become mockers if they shall encounter such ridiculous subjects as you are. When you speak best under the purpose, it is not worth the wagging of your beards. And your beards deserve not so honorable a grave as to stuff a potter's cushion or to be entombed in an ass's pack saddle. Yet you must be saying Marcius is proud. God end to your worships. More of your conversation would infect my brain.
Honorable Menenius, my boy Marcius approaches. For the love of Juno, let's go.
Oh, Marcius coming home.
Oh, here's a letter from him. The state hath another, his wife another, and I think there's one at home for you.
I shall make my very house reel tonight. A letter from me.
Yes, certain there's a letter for you. I saw it.
A letter from me. Is he not wounded? He was wont to come home wounded.
Oh, no.
Oh, he is wounded. I thank the gods for it.
Oh, where is he wounded?
In the shoulder and in the left arm, there will be large cicatrices to show the people when he shall stand for his place. He had in the repulsive target 7 hurts in the body.
One in his neck, 2 in his thigh. There's 9 that I know.
He had before this last expedition 25 wounds upon him.
Now it's 27, and every gash was an enemy's grave. Oh, hark, the trumpets.
These are the ushers of Marcius.
Know, Rome, that all alone Marcius did fight within Corioli gates, where he hath won with fame a name to Caius Marcius. These in honor follow Coriolanus. Welcome to Rome, renowned Coriolanus. Welcome to Rome, renowned Coriolanus.
defend my heart. Pray now no more.
Look, sir, your mother.
Nay, good soldier, up! Gentle Marcius, worthy Caius. Oh, and by deed achieving honor newly named, what is it? Coriolanus, must I come to? Oh, my wife.
My gracious silence, hail. Wouldst thou have laughed had I come coffin home, thou weepst to see me triumph? Aye, dear, such eyes the widows in Corioli wear, and mothers that lack sons.
Now the gods crown thee.
And live you yet? Sweet lady, pardon.
Oh, I know not where to turn. Oh, welcome home.
100,000 welcomes.
Your hand and yours. Ere in our own house I do shade my head, the good patricians must be visited, from whom I have received not only greetings, but with them change of honors.
I have lived to see inherited my very wishes and the buildings of my fancy. Only there's one thing wanting, which I doubt not, but our Rome will cast upon me.
No, good mother. I'd rather be their servant in my way than sway with them in theirs.
On to the Capitol!
Weird sight of spectacle to see him. Such a bother as if whatsoever God who leads him were slyly crept into his human power to give him graceful posture.
On the sudden, I warrant him consul.
Then may our office during his power go sleep.
He cannot typically transport his honors to where he should begin and end, but will lose those he hath won.
In that there's comfort. I've heard him swear, were he ever to stand for counsel, never would he appear in the marketplace, nor on him put the napless vesture of humility, nor showing, as the manner is, his wounds to the people, beg their stinking breaths.
I wish no better than to have him hold that purpose and put it in execution.
'Tis most likely will.
Shall be to him then as our good wills, a sure destruction.
So it must fall out to him or our authority. To an end. We must suggest the people to what hatred he still hath held them. To his power he would have made them mules, silenced their pleaders, dispropertied their freedom.
This, as you say, suggested, at some time when his soaring insolence shall touch the people, will be his fire to kindle their dry stubble, and their blaze shall darken forever.
What's the matter?
You are sent forth to the capital. It is thought that Marcius should be consul.
Have with you.
Come, come, they are almost here. How many stand for consulship?
3 they say. It is thought of everyone Coriolanus will carry.
Well, that's a brave fellow, but he's vengeance proud and loves not the common people.
Faith, there have been many great men that flattered the people who ne'er loved them. And there be many they have loved, they know not wherefore, so that if they love, they know not why, they hate upon no better ground. Therefore, for Coriolanus neither to care whether they love or hate him, manifests the true knowledge he has in their disposition. And out of his noble carelessness, lets them plainly see it.
If he did not care whether he had their love or no, he waved indifferently twixt doing them neither good nor harm, but seeks their hate with a greater devotion than can render it him. Now, to seek the malice and displeasure of the people is as bad as that which he dislikes. To flatter them for their love.
He hath deserved worthily of his country, and his ascent is not by such easy degrees as those who have been supple and courteous to the people. But he hath so planted his honors in their eyes and his actions in their hearts,
But their tongues should be silent and not confess so much for a kind of ungrateful injury.
No more of him, he is a worthy man. Make way, they're coming!
Having determined of the Volscians and the send for Caius Marcius, it remains as the main point of this our after meeting to gratify his noble service that hath stood for his country. Therefore, we beseech you, noble and grave elders, to desire the present consul and last general in our well-found successes to report a little of that worthy work done by Caius Marcius Coriolanus, whom we meet here both to thank and to remember with honors like himself.
Masters of the people, we do request your kindest ears and after your loving motion toward the common body, to yield what passes here.
We are convented upon a pleasing treaty, and have hearts inclinable to honor and advance the theme of our assembly.
Well, the like we shall be blessed to do, if he remember a kinder value of the people than he hath hereto prized them as.
That's off, that's off. Would you rather have been silent? Please you to hear Menenius speak.
Most willingly. Yet my caution was more pertinent than the rebuke you give it.
He loves your people, but tie him not to be their bedfellows. Worthy Menenius speak. Nay, keep your place.
Sit, Coriolanus. Never shame to hear what you have nobly done.
Your Honor's pardon, I would rather have my wounds to heal again than hear say how I got them.
Sir, I hope my words dispensed you not.
No, sir. Yet oft when blows have made me stay, I fled from words. You soothe not, therefore hurt not. But your people, I love them as they weigh.
Masters of the people, your multiplying spawn, how can he flatter? He had rather venture all his limbs for honor than one on's ears to hear it. Proceed, Camillus.
I shall lack voice. The deeds of Coriolanus should not be uttered feeble. It is held that valor is the chiefest virtue, and most dignifies the habit. If it be the man I speak of, cannot the world be singly counterpoised. At 16 years, when Tarquin made a head for Rome, he fought beyond the mark of others. He proved the best man in the field, and for his meed was browbound with the yoke. His pupil age, man entered thus, he waxed like a sea, and in the brunt of 17 battles since, he lurched all swords of the guard. For this last before and in Corioli, let me say, I cannot speak him home. He stopped the flyers, and with his rare example, made the coward turn terror into sport. From face to foot he was a thing of blood. Alone he entered the mortal gates of the city. Aidless came off, and with a sudden reinforcement struck Corioli like a plant. Now all's his. When by and by the din of war again pierced his ready sense, his straight doubled spirit requickened what in flesh was fatigate, and to the battle came he, where he did run, reeking o'er the lives of men as if it were perpetual sport. And until we called both field and city ours, he never stood to ease his breast with panting.
Worthy man.
He can always measure fit the honors which we devise him.
Our spoils he kicked at, and looked upon things precious as if they were the common muck of the world. He covets no less than misery itself would give. Rewards his deeds with the doing them. And is content to spend the time to it.
Right, noble, let him be called for.
Call Coriolanus.
Calling Coriolanus to the Senate.
The Senate, Coriolanus, is well pleased to make thee consul.
I do owe them still my life and services.
It then remains that you do speak to the people.
I do beseech you, let me o'erleap that custom. For I cannot put on the gown, stand naked, and entreat them, for my wound's sake, to earn their suffrage. Please you that I may pass this doing.
The people must have their voices. Neither will they bate one jot of ceremony.
Put them not to it, prithee. Go and fit you to the custom, and take to you as your predecessors have your honor with your form.
It is a part that I shall blush in acting. To brag unto them thus I did, and thus show them the unaching scars which I should hide, as if I had received them for the hire of their breath only.
do not stand upon it. We recommend to you, tribunes of the people, our purpose to them, and to our noble consul, which we all joy and honor.
To Coriolanus come all joy and honor.
Joy and honor.
You see how he intends to use the people.
Mede perceives intent. He will require them, as if he did condemn what he requested should be in them to give.
Let us inform them of our proceedings here on the marketplace. I know they do attend us.
Just once, if he asks for our voices, we ought not to deny it.
You may, sir, if you will. We have power in ourselves to do, but it is the power that we have no power to do. For if he show us his wounds and tell us his deeds, we are to put our tongues into those wounds and speak for them. So if he tells us his noble deeds, we are to tell him our noble acceptance of them. Ingratitude is monstrous. And for the multitude to be ungrateful to make monsters of the multitude, of which we being members should make us monstrous members.
And to make us no better thought of, a little helpful, sir. For once we stood up about the corn, he himself stuck not to call us the many-headed multitude.
We have been called so of many. And truly, I think that if all our wits were to issue out of one skull, they would fly east, west, north, south, and their consent of one direct way should be at once to all the points of the compass.
Think you so? Which way would you judge my wit would fly?
Nay, your wit will not so soon out as another man's will. 'Tis strongly wedged up in a blockhead.
Are you all resolved to give your voices? That's no matter, very much there is. I say, if you would incline to the people, there was never a worthier man.
Here he comes! And in the gown of humility, art and behavior. We are not to stay all together, but to come by him where he stands, by ones, by twos, and by threes. Is to make his request by particulars, wherein every one of us has a single honor and given our own voices with our own breath. Therefore follow me, and I will direct you how you should go by.
Sir, you are not right. Have you not known the worthiest men of doubt?
Must I say, I pray, sir, lay upon it. I cannot bring my tongue to such a pace. Look, sir, my wounds. I got them in my country's service, when some certain of your brethren roared and ran from the noise of our own drums.
Be the gods, you must not speak of that. You must desire them to think upon you.
Think upon you. Hang them. I would they would forget me.
You mar all. I'll leave you. Speak to him, I pray you, in wholesome manner.
Bid them wash their faces and keep their teeth clean. You know the cause, ma'am, of my standing here.
Do you, sir? Tell us what had brought you.
Mine own desert.
Your own desert.
Aye, but not mine own desire.
How not your own desire?
No, ma'am. 'Twas never my desire yet to trouble the poor with begging.
You must think if we give you anything, we hope to gain by you.
Well then, I pray you, your price of the consulship.
The price is to ask it kindly.
Kindly! Sir, I pray, let me hat. I have some wounds to show you, which shall be yours in private. Your good voice, sir, what say you?
You shall hat, worthy sir.
A match, ma'am. There is an all too worthy voices beg, I have your alms. You.
But this is something odd. If you were to give him, it is no matter.
Please you, if it may stand to the tune of your voices that I may be counsel, I have here the customary garb.
You have deserved nobly of your country, and you have not deserved nobly.
Your enigma.
You have been a scourge to her enemies. You have been a rod to her friends. You have not indeed loved the common people.
You should account me the more virtuous that I have not been common in my love. I will, ma'am, flatter my sworn brother, the people, to earn a dearer estimation of them. 'Tis a condition they account gentle, and since the wisdom of their choice is rather to have my hat than my heart, I will practice the insinuating nod and be off to them most counterfeitly. Therefore beseech you, I may be counsel.
We hope to find you our friend, and therefore give you our voices heartily.
You have seen many wounds for your country.
I will not seal your knowledge with showing them. I will make much of your voices, and so trouble you no further.
The gods give you joy, sir, heartily.
Why, in this wolvish togue, should I stand here to beg of Hob and Dick that do appear their needless vouches? Custom calls me to it. Let the high office and the honor go to one that would do thus. I am half through. The one part suffered, the other will I do. Here come more voices. Your voices. For your voices, I have fought, watched for your voices. For your voices, bear of wounds 24 odd. Battles, thrice 6, I've seen and heard of. For your voices have seen and done many things, some less, some more. Your voices, indeed, I would be counsel.
He has done nobly and cannot go without any honest man's voice.
Therefore let him be counsel. The gods give him joy, make him good friend to the people. No?
Amen, amen. God save thee, noble counsel.
Worthy voices. Is this done?
The custom of request you have discharged. The people do admit you and are summoned to meet anon.
Where?
Upon your approbation.
Where? At the Senate House?
There, Coriolanus.
May I change these garments?
You may, sir.
That I'll straight do, and knowing myself again, repair to the Senate House.
I will keep you company. Oh, will you along?
We'll wait here for the people.
Fare you well. He has it now, and by his looks, methinks 'tis warm at his heart.
With a proud heart he wore his tumbleweeds. Will you dismiss the people?
Come now, my masters! Have you chose this man?
He has our voices, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. We pray the gods you may deserve your love.
Amen, sirs. My poor Marty noticed. He mocked us when he begged our voices.
Certainly, he flouted us downright.
Oh, this is his way of speech. He did not mock us.
Not one of us to save yourself. He used us scornfully. He should have shown us his marks of merit, wounds received for his country.
Yeah, so he did, I'm sure.
No.
He said he had wounds which he could show in private, and with his hand thus waving in his scorn, I would be counsel, says he, aged custom, but by your voices will not so commit me. Your voices, therefore. When we granted that, there was, I thank you for your voices, I thank you, I have no further. Was not this mockery?
Why then were you too ignorant to see it, or seeing it of such childish friendliness to yield your voices?
Could you not have told him, as you were lessened, when he had no power but was a petty servant to the state, he was your enemy? You should have said that as his worthy deeds did claim no less than what he stood for, so his gracious nature would think on you for your voices, translating his malice towards you into love, standing your friendly lord.
Thus to have said, as you were fore advised, had touched his spirit and tried his inclination. From him plucked either his grace's promise, which you might, as cause had called you up, have held him to, or else it would have galled him, so putting him to rage. You should obtain the advantage of his collar and passed him unelected.
Did you perceive? He did solicit you in free contempt when he didn't need your loves, and do you think that contempt will not be bruising to you when you have the power to crush? Why have your bodies no hearts among you?
Have you e'er now denied the asker, and again of him that did not ask but mock? Bestow your suit for tongues.
He's not burned. We may deny the edge.
That's true.
I'll have 500 voices of that sound.
I twice 500 and their friends to pieces.
Yet you kill those friends immediately, and you tell them that they have chose a council who will from them take their liberty.
That in the single and on the sacred judgment, all invoke your ignorant election. Besides, forget not with what contempt he wore his humble weeds, how in his suit he scorned you. But your loves, thinking upon his services, took from you the apprehension of his present portent, which most gibingly, ungravely he did fashion after his inveterate hate he bears you.
Lay a fault on us, your tribunes, that we labored no impediment between, but that you must cast your election on him.
Say you chose him more after our commandment than as guided by your own true affections, and that your minds, preoccupied with what you rather must do than what you should, made you against the grain to voice in council. Lay the fault on us.
Say you never done it. Harp on that still, but by our putting on. And presently, when you have gathered your number, repair to the capital.
We will so. Almost all repent in their elections.
Let them go on. And if, as his nature is, he fall in rage at their refusal both to observe and answer the vantage of his anger.
Come, we will to the capital before the stream of the people, and this shall seem as partly 'tis their own, which we have goaded on.
Tell us, Aphigius, that had made you head?
Yet one more to which we have made our swifter composition.
So then the Volsci stand, but as at first, ready when time shall prompt to make road of pawns again.
They are born, Lord Consul, so we shall hardly in our ages see their banners wave again.
Saw you, Aphigius?
On safeguard he came to me and did curse the Volscians, for they so did vilely yield the town. He is retired to answer.
Spoke he of me?
He did, my lord.
How? What?
How often you two had met, sword to sword, that of all things upon the earth he hated your person the most, that he pawned his fortunes to hopeless restitution, that he may be called your vanquisher.
At Antium lives he?
At Antium.
Ah, I wish I had a cause to seek him there. Behold, these are the tribunes of the people, tongues of the common mouth. I despise them, for they do prank them in authority against all noble sons.
Pass no further.
What is that?
The way is not safe. No further.
What makes this change?
The matter? Hath he not passed the noble and the common?
Wait, committees, no.
Have I had children's voices?
Tribunes give way. He will to the marketplace.
The people are incensed.
Stop, or all will fall in broil.
Are these your herd? Must these have voices that can yield them now? And straight disclaim their tongues. What are your offices? You being their mouths, why will you not their teeth? Have you not set them on?
Be calm, be calm.
It is a purposed thing, and grows by plot, to curb the will of the nobility. Suffer it, and live with such as cannot rule, nor ever will be ruled.
Call it not a plot. The people claim you mocked them, and of late, when corn was given them gratis, you replied, scandaled the suppliants for the people, calling them time pleasers, flatterers, foes to nobleness.
Why, this was known before.
Not to all of them.
You informed them, Simmons.
What the hell? I informed them.
You are like to do such business.
Like to go. Each way and they're yours.
Well, why then should I be counsel? By yon clouds, let me deserve so ill as you, and make me your fellow tribune.
You show too much of that for which the people stir. If you will pass the way you are bound, you must inquire your way, which you are out of, with a gentler spirit, or never be so noble as counsel, nor yoke with him for tribune.
Let's be calm. The people are abused, set on. This paltering becomes not Rome, nor has Coriolanus deserved so dishonored Rome. They falsely in the plain way of his marriage.
Tell me of corn. This was my speech, and I will speak it again.
Not now, not now.
Not in this heat, sir, now.
Now as I live, I will. My nobler friends, I crave their pardons. For the mutable, rank-scented many, let them regard me as I do not flatter. and therein behold themselves. I say again, in soothing them, we nourish against our Senate the cockle of rebellion, insolence, sedition, which we ourselves have plowed for. So it's scattered by mingling them with us, the honored number, who lack not virtue, no, nor power, but that which they have given to beggars.
No more.
I beseech you, no more words.
Well, how no more? As for my country, I have shed my blood, not fearing outward force, so shall my lungs coin words till their decay against those measles which we disdain to tether us, yet sought the very way to catch them.
You speak of the people as if you were a god to punish, not a man of their infirmity.
Well, we let the people know it.
What, his collar?
Collar! Were I as patient as the midnight sleep, by Jove, 'twould be my mind.
'Tis a mind that shall remain a poison where it is not poisoned any further.
Shall remain! Hear you this Triton of the minnows? Mark you his absolute shall.
'Twas from the cannon.
Shall! You grave but reckless senators, if you are learned, be not as common fools. If you are not, let them have cushions by you. You are plebeians, and they be senators, and they are no less. When both your voices blended, the greatest taste, most palates theirs. They choose their magistrate as such as one as he, who puts his shall, his popular shall, against the graver bench that ever served in Greece. By Jove himself, it makes the councils base. And my heart aches to know, when two authorities are up, neither supreme, how soon confusion may enter twixt the path of both, to take the one by the other.
Well, on to the market.
Whoever gave that counsel to give the corn of the storehouse gratis?
Well, no more.
Though there they had more absolute power, I'd say they nourished disobedience, fed the ruin of the state.
Shall the people give one who speaks thus their voice?
I'll give my reasons more worthier than their voices. They know the corn is not our recompense. Resting well assured, never did service for it. Being pressed to the war, even when the navel of the state was touched, they would not thread the gates. This kind of service did not deserve corn gratis. Being in the war, their mutinies and revolts, wherein they showed most valor, spoke not for them. Well, what then? How shall this bison multitude digest the Senate's courtesy? Let deeds express what's like to be their words. We did request it. We are the greater poll, and in true fear they gave us our demands. Thus we debase the nature of our seats and make the rabble call our cares fears, which will in time break oak the locks of the Senate and bring in the crows to peck the eagles.
Enough with over measure.
No, take more. This double worship, where one part does disdain with cause, the other insult without all reason, where gentry, title, and wisdom cannot conclude but by the yea and no of general ignorance, it must omit real necessities and give way the while to unstable slightness. Purpose so barred, it follows, nothing is done to purpose. Therefore, we beseech you. You that will be less fearful than discreet, that love the fundamental part of state more than you doubt the change on it, that prefer a noble life before a long, that wish to jug a body with a dangerous physic that's sure of death without it. At once pluck out the multitudinous tongue. Your dishonor mangles true judgment, bereaves the state of that integrity which should be coming, not having the power to do the good it would, for the ill which doth control it.
Hast said enough. Has spoken like a traitor, and shall answer as traitors do.
Wretched! Such people do with these bald tribunes, on whom depending their obedience falls to the greater bench. In a rebellion, when what's not meet but what must be was law, then were they chosen. In a better hour, let what is meet be said it must be meet, and throw their power in the dust.
Manifest treason!
This as consul, no!
The asshole! Let him be apprehended!
Go, call the people, in whose name myself attach thee as a traitorous innovator, a foe to the public weal. Obey, I charge thee, and follow to thine answer.
Hence
worthy noble friend home to thy house. Leave us to cure this cause.
For 'tis a disease upon us. You cannot tend yourself. Be gone, beseech you. Be gone. Put not your worthy rage into your tongue one time below another.
On fair ground, I could take 40 of them.
I could myself take up a brace of the best of them, yea, the 2 tribunes. But now 'tis odds beyond arithmetic. Will you hence before the tide return?
Pray you be gone. I'll try whether my old wit be in request with they that have but little. This must be patched with cloth of any color.
Away, sir, away.
This man has marred his fortune.
His nature's too noble for the world. His heart's his mouth. What his breast forges, that his tongue must vent. And being angry, does forget that ere he heard the name of death. Speak of affairs.
Where is this viper that would depopulate the city and be every man himself?
You, worthy tribune!
He hath resisted law, and therefore law shall scorn him further try.
He shall well know noble tribunes are the people's voices, and we their hands! Peace! Do not cry havoc where you should but hunt with modest warrant.
Sir, how comes that you have hoped to make this rescue?
Hear me speak. As I do know our consul's worthiness, so can I name his faults.
Consul? What consul?
The consul Coriolanus.
He counsel?
No! If I may be heard, if the tribunes will permit, and you good people, I would crave a word or two.
Speak briefly then, for we are peremptory to dispatch of this viperous traitor. To eject him hence were but one danger, to keep him here our certain death. Therefore, it is decreed he dies tonight.
Now the good gods forbid!
He's a disease that must be cut away.
What has he done to Rome that's worthy death? Killing our enemies, the blood he hath dropped. He lost it for his country, and what is left to lose it by his country were to us all a brand to the end of the world.
We will hear no more.
Pursue him till his house. Rocky and
Lord, proceed by process, lest parties, as he is beloved, break out and sack break Rome with Rome.
Go, Whitworth, go!
There you talk. Have we not had a taste of his obedience? Our aediles smoke, ourselves resisted calm.
Consider this. He has been bred in the war since he could draw a sword, and is ill-schooled in bolted language. Give me leave. I'll go to him and undertake to bring him where he shall answer by a lawful form in peace to his utmost peril.
Noble tribunes, it is the humane way. We have a course to prove to blood.
Noble Menenius, be you then as the people's officer. Masters, lay down your weapons.
Go not home.
Meet upon the marketplace, we'll attend you there. Where, if you bring not Marcius, we'll proceed in our first way.
I'll bring him to you. Let me desire your company. He must come, or what is worse will follow.
Pray you, let's to him then.
Let them puff all about my ears, present me death on the wheel, or a wild horse's heels, yet will I still be thus to them.
You to the noble.
Did you wish me milder? Would you have me false to my nature?
You might have been enough the man you are, with striving less to be so. Lesser had been the thwartings of your dispositions if you had not shown them how you were disposed ere they lacked power to cross you.
Let them hang.
I learned to.
Come. You've been too rough, something too rough. We must return and mend it.
There's no remedy, unless by not so doing our good city cleave in the midst of perish. Pray, be counseled. I have a heart as little apt as yours, but yet a brain that leads my use of anger to better vantage.
Well said, noble woman. Before he should thus stoop to the herd, but that the violent fit of the time craves it as physic for the whole state, why, I would put mine armor on, which I can scarcely bear.
What must I do?
Return to the tribune.
Well, what then? What then?
Repent what you have spoken.
For them!
I
cannot do it to the gods. Must I then do it for them?
You are too absolute, though therein you can never be too noble, but when extremity speak. I have heard you say honor and policy like unsevered friends in the war do grow together. Grant that, and tell me in peace what each of them by the other lose that it combine not there.
Tush, tush.
Oh, good demand.
If it be honor in your wars to seem the same you are not, which for your best ends you adopt your policy, how is it less or worse that it shall hold companionship in peace with honor as in war, since that to both it stands in like request?
I force you this.
Because that now it lies on you to speak to the people, not by your own instruction, nor by the matter which your heart prompts you, but with such words that are but rooted in your tongue, though but bastards and syllables of no allowance to your bosom's truth. Now, this no more dishonors you at all than to take in a town with gentle words which else would put you to your fortune and hazard of much blood. I would dissemble with my nature, where my fortunes and friends at stake required I should do so in honor. I am in this. Your wife, your son, these senators, the nobles, and you would rather show our general louts how you can frown than spend a fawn upon for the inheritance of their loves and the safeguard of that want might ruin.
Noble lady, come, go with us. Speak fair. You may salve so not what is dangerous present, but the loss of what is past.
I prithee now go to them. And having thus far stretched it, thy knee bussing the stones. For in such business, action is eloquence, and the eyes of the ignorant more learned than the ears. Or say to them, thou art their soldier, and being bred in broils, hast not the soft ways which thou dost confess were fit for thee to use as they claim in asking their good loves. But thou wilt frame thyself forsooth hereafter theirs, so far as thou hast power and person.
This but done, even as she speaks, why their hearts are yours, for they have pardons being asked as free as words to little purpose.
I prithee now go and be ruled, although I know thou wouldst rather follow thine enemy in a fiery gulf than flatter him in a battle.
I have been in the marketplace, and certes that you may strong heart or defend yourself by calmness or by absence, all is in anger.
Only fair speech,
I think will serve, if he can bear to frame his spirit.
He must and will. Prithee now, say you will, and go about it.
Must I, with base tongue, give my noble heart a lie that it must bear? Well, I will do it. Yet were there but this single plot to lose, this mold of Marcius, they to dust should grind it and throw it against the wind. To the marketplace, you put me now in such a part which never I shall discharge in life.
I prithee now, sweet son, as thou hast said, my praises made thee first a soldier, so to win my praise in this, perform a part thou hast not done before.
Come, we'll prompt you.
Well, I must do it. Weigh my disposition and possess me some harlot's spirit. My throat of war be turned, which quired with my drum into a pipe as small as a eunuch. A beggar's tongue make motion through my lips, and my armed knees, who bow but in my stirrup, bend like him that hath received an alms. I will not do it, lest I should cease to honor mine own truth, and by my body's action teach my mind a most inherent baseness.
At thy choice, then. To beg of thee is my more dishonor than thou of them. Come all to ruin. Let thy mother rather feel thy pride than fear thy dangerous stoutness, for I mock at death with as big heart as thou. Do as thou list. Thy valiantness was mine that sucked it from me. But oh, thy pride thyself.
Play, be content. Mother, I am going to the marketplace. Chide me no more. I'll cog their hearts from them. Commend me to my wife. I'll return counsel. I will never trust to what my tongue can do in the way of flattery further.
Do your will.
Away. The tribunes do attend you. Arm yourself to answer mildly, for they have accusations, as I hear, more than no one who is yet.
The word is mildly. Let them accuse me by invention. I'll answer in mine honor.
Aye, but mildly.
Well, mildly be it then. Mildly.
At this point, charge him home that he affects tyrannical power. If he evade us there, enforcement of his envy of the people, and the spoils of the ancients were ne'er distributed. What? Will he come?
He's coming.
How accompanied?
With old Menenius and those senators that always favor him.
Have you a catalog of all the voices that we have procured set down by the poll?
Now, it is ready.
Have you assembled them by tribes?
We have.
Assemble presently the people hither. And when they hear me say, it shall be so in the right and the strength of the commons, be it either for fine or death or banishment, then let them, if I say fine, cry fine, if death, cry death.
I shall inform them.
Go about it. Drive him to collar straight. He hath been used ever to conquer. It being once chafed, he cannot be reined again to temperance. Then he speaks what's in his heart, and that is there, which looks with us to break his neck.
Here he comes.
Call me, I do beseech you.
I, as an ostler, and for the course of peace we have been made by the volume. The honored gods keep Rome in safety, and the chairs of justice supplied with worthy men. Plant love among us. Throng our large temples with the shows of peace, and not our streets with war.
Amen, amen.
A noble wish.
Come near, ye people!
Listen to your tribunes. Audience, peace, I say.
First, hear me speak.
Raise her, speak!
Shall I be charged no further than this present? Must all determine here?
I do demand that you submit yourself to the people's voices, allow their officers, and are content to suffer lawful censure for such faults as shall be proved upon you.
I am content.
Lo, citizens, he says he is content. The warlike service he has done consider. Think upon the wounds his body bears, which show like graves in the holy churchyard.
Scratches with briars, scars to move laughter only.
Consider further that when he speaks not like a citizen, you find him like a soldier. Do not take his rougher accents for malicious sounds, but, as I say, such as become a soldier.
Well, well, no more.
What is the matter? That being passed for counsel with full voice, I am so dishonored that within the hour you take it off again.
Answer to us.
Well then, sit. It's true, I also.
We do charge you that you have contrived to take from Rome all seasoned office and to win yourself into a power tyrannical, for which you are a traitor to the people.
Traitor! How now? The fires in the lowest hell fold in the people. Call me their traitor, thou injurious tribune. Within thine eyes set 20,000 deaths, and thy hand clutched as many millions, and thy lying tongue both numbers. I would say thou liest unto thee with a voice as free as I do pray the gods.
Mark you this, people? Peace! We need not put new matter to this charge. What you have seen him do and heard him speak, beating your officers, cursing yourselves, opposing laws with strokes, and here defying those whose power must try him. Even this, so criminal and in such capital kind, deserves the extremest death.
Death! But in that he has served well for Rome.
What do you prate of service?
I talk of that know.
You.
Is this the promise that you made your mother?
No, I pray.
I know no further. Let them pronounce me exile, pentalinger, but with a grain a day. I would not buy their mercy at the price of one fair word.
For that he has, as much as in him lies from time to time, envied against the people, seeking means to pluck away their power. In the name of the people and in the power of us, the tribunes say, he never more shall enter our
I do love my country with respect more tender, more holy and profound than mine own life. We know your drift. Speak what?
There is no more to be said, but he is banished as an enemy to the people and the country. It shall be so! It shall be so! It shall be so! It shall be so! It shall be so!
And cry of curs, whose breath I hate as reek of the rotten fens, whose loves I prize as the unburied carcasses of dead men that do corrupt my air. I banish you! Let every feeble rumor shake your hearts. Your enemies, with nodding of their plumes, fan you into despair. Have the power still to banish your defenders.
It shall be so. It shall be so.
Till at length your ignorance deliver you as most abated captives to some enemy that won you without blows.
It shall be so. It shall be so. It shall be so.
Despising you, the people, thus I turn my back. There is a world elsewhere.
It shall be so. It shall be so.
He has followed you with all despite!
Come, leave your tears. A brief farewell. Nay, mother, where's your ancient courage? You were used to say that extremity was the trial of spirits, that common chances common men could bear, that when the sea was calm, all boats alike showed mastership in floating. You were used to load me with precepts that would make invincible the heart that common.
What happens?
Nay, prithee, woman,
May the red pestilence strike all trades in Rome and occupations perish.
What? I shall be loved when I'm lacked. Nay, mother, resume that spirit where you were wont to say, if you had been the wife of Hercules, 6 of his labors you'd have done, and saved your husband so much sweat. Menenius, droop not. You. Now, old and true, Menenius. Thy tears are salter than a younger man's, and venomous to thine eyes. Tell these sad women to spawn to wail inevitable strokes as 'tis to laugh at them. Mother, you wot well my hazard still had been your solace, and believe it not lightly. Though I go alone, your son will or succeed the common, or be caught with cauteless baits in practice.
My first son, whither was thou going? Take good Menenius with thee awhile, determine upon some course more than a wild exposure to each chance.
I'll follow thee a month. Devise with thee where thou might rest, so that thou mayest hear of us, and we of thee. And should a time thrust forth a cause for thy appeal, we shall not send o'er the vast world to seek a single man.
Fare you well. Thou hast years upon thee, and art too full of the war surfeits to go rove with one that's yet unbruised. Bring me but out at gate. Come, sweet one, my dearest mother, and friends of noble touch. When I am forth, bid me farewell and smile. While I remain above the ground, thou shalt hear from me still, and never of me aught but what is like me formerly. Give me thy hand.